So now that we have everything disconnected from the engine, it's time to pull it out. First, locate your engine lift points. In this case, we have a bracket up front and this loop molded into the block at the back. Next, grab the hoist, clip on a load leveler to the end, and position it in place over the engine. Then grab a bolt that fits through the chain and lift point, secure it down with the nut, and repeat that for the second lift point to get a setup that looks something like this. Now pump up the hoist to where it just slightly lifts up the engine, unbolt the engine mounts, and now the fun part. You're gonna alternate between lifting up the engine, spinning the load leveler to tilt it, and pulling the hoist forward. It definitely helps to have two people for this, but just like that, it's out. Finally, let's unbolt the transmission so we can attach the engine to the stand. So first I'm gonna remove the 3 bolts on the bottom, then the 2 that connect to the starter, which leaves behind 4 bolts on the block that correspond to the 4 arms on our engine stand. So after popping those out, we can gently separate the transmission, unbolt the clutch assembly, and pull off the rear main seal retainer. Now thread the 4 bolts back in and mark the edge with the paint pen. Then add that length plus the length of the arm spacer and find this display that lets you determine the pitch of your bolt. So we need a 90mm M12 by 1.75 bolt, which happens to be right here, so we'll grab a pack of those. Finally, we can line up the arms, thread in the bolts with washers, snug them up, release the hoist, unbolt the leveler, pull it away, and just like that, we have the engine on a stand. Now, it's time to tear it down.